Hey guys, happy Friday. Today is Friday, March 29th, 2019, the very last day, as we said earlier, of March, business-wise anyway, and the last day of the business quarter. It's a wonderful, beautiful Friday here at the Citrus Club. Louie, what's up? Happy Friday to you, my friend. I just got a lot on my mind lately. It's crazy. So, the title of the show is You Have the Freedom to Clean Your House. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but I want to give you guys huge kudos, all of the TED Show fans, all of the supporters, all of the show guests. Happy birthday, Tyler. I don't know where you are. Why aren't you here? TED's community and the March Madness contest have been, it's been off the chain. It's been insanely... people have been really, really good to each other, and that's my biggest takeaway from it. We're all supporting each other, and I'm very thankful for that. This round, we have 64 shows left out of the original 256, and I would really, really love it if you went on to tedscommunity.com and looked for the play on button and voted for your favorite of the 64. It could be your favorite realtor, it could be your favorite business owner, your favorite inspirational leader, your favorite charity, philanthropy, whatever it is that you want to do. I would love it if you went on. You guys have been amazing. You are supporting each other. Get out and support these people who come on the show and share their stories, share their lives. But I will share that after the show and put that link in there. So the title of today's show, which is Freedom Friday, one of my favorites, you have the freedom to clean your house. So let's talk about that a little bit. I am the biggest pushover on the planet, and I know a lot of people who are. Here's the problem with that. People, as you continue to give people third, fourth, fifth chances, as you continue to allow people in your house, in your world, where they are not representing you and they're not doing a good job of showing you love and giving stuff back to you, it's not all about that, but they're not giving it back to you. You have the freedom and the right to clean house. So let me give you an example of what that's been for me lately. I have had multiple people, probably in the last week, but it's all the time. They want to, happy Friday, Bonnie Shear. They want part of my time. Well, time is very precious to me as it is to you guys. And people will actually message me and go, well, you didn't message me back. And so that must mean that you're XYZ, or you're not happy with me, or you don't have time for me. And all I can think about is you have no idea what I'm going through or dealing with. You aren't even cognizant enough or care enough about me as a human being that you don't want to ask or say, hey, I haven't heard back from you. Is there any way you could let me know? Is everything okay? And so I see people get treated like this all the time. Oh, thanks, Maggie. You don't have to put up with that. Neither do I. We shouldn't have to put up with someone who has such a great expectation on our time, what is important to us, that they demand things from us. Now, flip side really quick, I'm not saying that you do things to get things, but you also aren't a charity. Very few of you actually have enough money to fund a charity. So here's what you're dealing with and what I'm dealing with. Ted, you don't have time for me. I need you to meet me on Tuesday at 11 o'clock. I'm not talking about my realtors, because nothing against my realtors. They're fantastic. Thank you. Next. That's right. It's got a similar theme, Tyler. I'm talking about people who say to me, Ted, I want to come meet with you. Okay, come meet with me. Look, if you're trying to get my business or you want to get on the show, I'll meet with anybody. Maybe except Satan's helpers, but that's a whole nother discussion. And then I say, give me some times and some dates for the next 2 weeks. And instead of giving me multiple times and dates, they give me one date and time. Okay, Ted, so I'll see you 11 o'clock on Tuesday. So I'm kind-hearted. I push back and I go, listen, I asked for multiple days and times. That doesn't work. The reason I ask for multiple upfront people is because my schedule is insane. It's crazy. I love it that way, but it's crazy. And so if you send that back, now I'm getting attitude. Well, what do you mean you can't? You must not have time for me if you can't meet that day. Listen, you want to be on my show you want to tap into my database. Let's face it. People are taking advantage of you like they're taking advantage of me. I just don't want to do it anymore. We have the freedom to stop them from taking advantage. We have the freedom to clean our house. And so what I've begun to do, it's very cathartic, is Rick Garcia, you know about this. So I've begun to go, all right, I'll give you one other shot. Look, I'm all about second chances, even third chances. If I come back to you and go, listen, I can't do it that day. I know it doesn't fit in your schedule. Give me a whole bunch of other times. I want to help you. I want to be the person for you. I want to fill your needs. I know you're coming to draw from my well, but yes, let me be flexible for you. And if you come back again with, well, I only have 9 a.m. on a Monday, as if I'm doing you're doing me a favor. Love you too, Rick. You're doing me a favor. You need a lot of chances, Steve Martin, and I'll give you those. You're doing me a favor by meeting with me when you want what I have? Yes, Patricia, I agree. It makes me insane. So what I've started to do is go, guess what? I don't think this is a good fit. I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think that we are going to have a good relationship, and I would rather end it here. Let me know when you have more flexibility in your schedule. Listen, if I don't set the boundaries, who's going to set them? It's the same for you guys. You've got a listing appointment. You've got a client, Patricia was saying, that shows up 20 minutes late. You have people who are perpetually late and don't appreciate your time. I'm not talking about the once person who's run late because of traffic, because we all love Orlando traffic, right? I'm talking about the individual who's consistently late, consistently does not put any kind of emphasis on how important your time is. I'm talking about the person who does not value you enough to respect that you also have a schedule and other people to meet. So I'm getting a lot of that. You know what I'm doing? I pushed back, and then if it doesn't work, if I don't hear back, unfriend. I know there's a lot of people who don't like that. I'm a big proponent of it. I'm at 5,000 already. I want everybody to be loved and successful and hugged when they need to be hugged, but I am not going to do it at the at disrespect for me or at the cost of my own sanity, my own business, my family. You could totally buy me another drink. Thanks for that drink last night, Bonnie, at Allie McCarroll's wonderful event for Justin Clark. But I want you guys to know you can set the boundaries. You can say, no, I'm going to clean my house. I don't want to deal with that. And what I would encourage you to do, what that has caused me to do, is every time I'm put in that situation, which believe it or not, 5-6 times a week, when I set an appointment with you at 11:30, I don't mean 12, I don't mean 11, I mean 11:30, and you should mean the same thing. Now, if you message me, traffic's bad, parking's bad, I get that. Ted, I got caught up at a business meeting. Just give me some notice. I'm cool with that. But when you show up at 12 when we have an 11:30 meeting and you think I should drop everything for you, listen, I've blocked you out. You get an hour of my time. They get an hour of your time. That's precious time. You don't have to put up with that. So my new rule is I give it to you once, probably twice, because I've had to do it. I'm guilty. I've had to cancel with craziness in my schedule, but I am so apologetic, and I always, always, always make it up to the person. If it happens again, I'm like, listen, are you sure you really want to meet with me? Are you sure there's anything we can do? And I'm telling you, if I get any agita or back talk, I'm done. You guys need to move on. We have to stop spending so much time with the people who are going to be time suckers. They're going to be vampires of your time. Because what that does is it stops you from being with wonderful people who are going to help your business, are going to help you professionally. You're closing the door if you allow these people to monopolize your time. You're closing the door on opportunities and people who would not monopolize your time. So I'm telling you, if somebody says, I'm going to call you at a certain time and they don't, give them a first chance, give them a second chance. Listen, if you're feeling generous, give them a third chance. But you need to set the boundaries and the expectations. I do too. And if it doesn't work, clean house. Because if you don't clean house, those other good things that are trying to get in the door can't get in the door. I'm also a big believer about this with events. If you want me to come to your event, you want me to bring people, you want me to invite people, listen, you are utilizing my social media and my presence. I'm using myself as an example. You guys know this. People tap into you for charity events because you have a resource, you have people, you have bodies that will come. If you want me to promote and come to your event, then I think that you should be respectful of my time. You should be respectful of the time I'm giving you, which is costing you nothing, and you're getting out in front of all of these people. I want people to begin to respect each other, and if it doesn't work, there's 1,000 charities, 1,000 business owners, 1,000 people that I want to do business with behind you that will respect me. Yes, it's called respect, Bonnie. And I want you all to take up the same I want you to take up the same arms. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to be cognizant of your time. I want you to know that you don't have to keep all of these crazy people in your house just because you might have known them then or you might have had to deal with them before. If they're not respectful of you and your time, if you're always the one picking up the bill, if you're always the one who's inviting, if you're always the one doing everything in the relationship, it's one-sided. And it's not fair to you. It's not fair. And you have the freedom to clean house. You don't have to put up with that. If you're in a relationship where you're giving, you're the only person giving, and that person continually takes, I mean, unless you're, again, a Rockefeller, why are you doing that? Why are you stopping your gifts, the good things that would be coming to you, by putting up with someone who isn't good to you? So I want you to clean house. I want you to think about it this weekend. I want you to go through your Facebook, your Instagram, your database, your email base. I want you to think about your office, your friend circle. I want you to go, okay, who is supporting me? I'm not talking about financial. I'm talking about who really is supporting me. And when you know that, when you feel it, when you have proof of it, then you have a couple of choices. Do you clean house immediately? I don't know. I'm at the point where I do, but I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm going to say take a look at it and give everybody a blank check, and now you get a second chance. Don't do it again after the second chance. Stop putting up with that BS. We all love and respect each other, especially in Ted's community, in the TED Show. Everybody who pops on this show is a positive human being. We're all dealing with negative stuff. We don't have to be dealing with the negative stuff. We're making the choice to take it on. You don't have to take it on. So clean your house. Clean your house. That means your business house, your personal life house, your personal relationships, your family house. I don't care what house it is, your board of directors. Clean house. Get rid of that. Because until you do, the more chances you give, the less people respect you. And I'm going to talk about this just a bit. Let me explain. If you're on your 5th chance with me, you are going to expect me to give you the 6th chance. Because I have set the precedence and I have set the boundary that I have no boundary. And so if I've given you a chance, oh, John Smith, it's okay. I know you've canceled on me 4 times. I know you've been on the show 3 times but haven't sent me any business. I know that I volunteer for your charity, and I've done everything for it, but hey, you don't really return my phone calls when it's not charity time. You know the people I'm talking about. Or they've been horrible at the job, and you continue to give them chances. The more chances you give people, above the 2nd, 3rd, all right? I'm all about the 2nd chance. If you give, yes, you're not meant to be a doormat, and I appreciate you, Bonnie. The more chances you give, the more they expect it. That's the norm for them. All of a sudden, they're like, well, shoot, I've screwed up 5 times. Ted's not going to do anything because he didn't do it the first 5 times. Listen, I'm not saying they're bad people, but that's the expectation. And who said it? Who created that world for them? You did. I did. So I want you to not create that world. I want you to clean house. I want you to cut bait. I want you to cut the fat, cut the cancer out. Get rid of it. Be done with it. I'm learning how to do that. I'm not good at it, but I'm learning every day. Every single day when I go to my Facebook. I'll give you an example. Something really tiny. And I look at the birthdays. If I've wished you a birthday 6 years in a row and you haven't even bothered to say thank you or screw off or go jump in a lake, Ted, I'm done. Why am I keeping that energy there? You have no desire to have a relationship with me. You have no desire to be part of my life. You have no desire to even have a basic, respectful relationship where you can at least say the 2 words, thank you. Done. Cut. Clean house. Be finished. I love that lady who does it bring your joy? I can't think of her name right now. You should think about that in every relationship. Does it bring you joy? We're going to do a whole show on that. If it's not good for you, if it is not good for you, it's okay to make a decision that cuts people, cuts things, cuts events, cuts charitable ties, cuts whatever you want. It's okay to do it for you. We all guilt ourselves into the fact, well, I know it's not good for me, but it's good for XYZ. Listen, at some point, you have to take care of you or you're going to be depleted. And those people who you didn't cut, trust me, they're not going to pay your rent or your mortgage payment or your car payment or send you the business they should have been sending you all along. They're not going to do it. Clean house. You have the freedom to do it, and that's what I want you to do. I love you guys so much. You should love each other. We should all support each other one way or another. Don't let people take advantage of you. Clean house. Have a great weekend. I love you guys. Mwah. See you soon.